Hey, thanks for joining me on this one. Today we're going to check out Mad by Sage Hunter. This was her first single off of her debut EP, In the Clouds, as you can see. And I just thought I'd take a little bit of time to walk through each element in the song and dive into how we actually put all this together. So let's just start at the top of the session here with drums, as I usually like to start with. Something that's kind of fun about this is we created scratch tracks in the computer using MIDI and software instruments, which allowed us to sort of craft the parts that we wanted, make sure that everything felt good, and then I could learn them and play it. If we listen to all of the drums here, we have this. Here's one of my favorite grooves going into the second chorus. So what we did with this is I'll overlay some footage here, but I recorded the shells, just the drums here, as one pass. And then the cymbals as a second take, which sound like this. When you add them all together, you get the full groove, which is kind of a fun thing. So there you go. I like the method of doing shells and cymbals separately because you're able to kind of mix things a little bit differently. For this, we wanted a really sort of a tight kind of 60s or 70s sounding drum sound, which I know they didn't separate things back then, but it just allowed for, I guess, the most flexibility. So there we go. Next here we've got some percussion elements. So just claps, shaker. Oh, this is cool. Okay, so the song starts off with this. It's just a London Atmos from Spitfire Labs. It's a free library, and it's just an ambient sound of people out in the street. So that's kind of an interesting thing. Give the idea of a little bit of hustle and bustle. It happens a few times in the song here. Let's see if we can hear it in context. Here's after the first chorus. Just adds a little bit of kind of ambience and attitude to the track. We did our own claps. So we did a few claps that were really close to the mic, which the four of those together sound like this. And then we did some roomy claps. Basically, we just took a few steps away from the mic and did the exact same thing, and those sound like this. All together. With the shaker. Everything together, if we add the shaker, claps, cymbals, and drums here, makes kind of a fun little groove. Awesome groove. I love that so much. Okay, moving on to bass here. Nothing fancy. I used my Fender Jazz bass with flat wound strings on it to kind of get an old school vintage vibe. I'm going to demonstrate in this second chorus again here to show off the groove. Little bit taken from kind of the from Grease, We Go Together song at the end there. A little bit of that kind of feel. If we add that in with the drums and percussion here, it sounds like this. Big groove. Next in line here, we go to a little bit of an organ, and there's actually a few parts here. Let's look at all these at the same time. So let's talk about the chorus here first. Sounds like this. So for that main organ sound, which is just this, we use this Logic B3 model of an organ here, which I think sounds pretty good. Into the end of the song now. So that organ part at the end of the song there mimics what's going on in the vocals, but we'll get there later. It's cool. In the verse, we've got these little fun accents here, a little Wurlitzer part that goes like this. And all those do is just highlight the chord changes. Here they are in context.
So wrong. I'm told I'm not a wreck, even though my ship is awfully close to a shore washed up.
The next thing, we've got some horns. Again, kind of taken from that sort of 60s, 70s Grease vibe. So here's the horns in the pre-chorus too. Little build, and then they've got these licks. In context.
Have it half bad, I shouldn't be this bad. And I know I don't have trauma, not even a tad. I'm just mad.
Yeah, so that's the horns. Just a little bit of accent there, nothing crazy. All that kind of stuff, the organs and horns and everything, were sort of not an afterthought, but certainly not the main instrumentation. They're just there to add a little bit of flavor and interest. Now, the main instrument of the song is this ukulele. Sage plays ukulele, so here's, I guess, just a chorus. Awesome. So if we check this out in context of all the instruments now. Oops, those snuck in there. I love those. Little background vocals. Perfect timing. Let's get into these background vocals. You can hear the lead vocal in the final song. That's not what we're here for. Background vocals are so fun. So we came up with these together. I thought it was kind of an interesting thing to fill in the gaps of the lead vocal, sort of like a call and response stacks. So these are doing this.
No, I shouldn't be mad. I don't want to be mad.
So they fit in the vocals nicely. So if we play only the vocals, where do we have these here?
And I know that I don't have it half bad. I shouldn't be this mad. No, I shouldn't be mad. And I know I don't have trauma, not even a tad. I'm just mad. I don't wanna be mad. Is everyone this mad? Or am I going mad?
So there we go. That's what those are doing. So what I was talking about earlier with those mimicking. So if we go to these ahs here and play the organ, these two parts really kind of mesh together. I like adding layers of the song when there's something intentional going on, like the vocals. If we can sort of mimic that or layer it or add to it with another instrument, I think it's a really interesting thing to do. Instead of just having another layer playing something different all the time, to kind of, intertwine things and have them playing off of each other. So here's the organ, and those vocals at the outro bridge section here. I guess that's it. Comment, like, share, all that kind of stuff. Follow me on Instagram at Bees Knees Recording. Subscribe to the channel. I'm planning to put more videos like this out, so if you like this kind of thing, let me know. Thanks for checking this out. I'll leave you with a little bit of the song again.